Heffernan with EndoTech exclusively for the Pareto Network, streaming live. This is Blockchain Vitals, and soon we're going to have some weekly graphics that are going to tell you that this show. We're going to talk a little bit about weekly levels because it's Monday in Asia. Good morning in Asia, and the trading day never stops in cryptos. Cryptos never sleep, so you can trade them 24/7, 365 days a year if that's your hankering. So you have to, though, have some sort of time intervals that you start and stop your trading day and start and stop your week for referencing. It's like a baseball game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. But that's a whole nother thing. Let's do the rounds. Doing the rounds. It's a little segment we do every day, talking cryptos, what's in the news, what I'm seeing, and I love the new EndoTech.io. That's the website you can go to, EndoTech.io, and freely you can go there until the end of the month, and then you're going to need Pareto tokens in order to view the content on the website. But for now, let's go because, I'm getting my news right there from the market sentiment portion of the EndoTech site there. And the one thing that jumped out on me today was right there, Louisiana City looking to use blockchain or cryptocurrency to help finance their measured shortfall from a city basis. So, this blockchain technology and cryptology is it's going to seep into every single facet of our lives. And I can't wait for it actually to infiltrate into government. One thing that governments are really bad at is employing technology that gains them efficiencies, right? Governments don't like efficiencies because that means people get laid off, and governments like hiring people and therefore securing votes. That's just my take on it. But very interesting to see how this technology unfolds in all kinds of places, like government and healthcare, and just more efficient, better run systems have to be good in the long run. In the short term, they will for sure cause some pain. But just an interesting happening now that this city in Louisiana, Lafayette, I believe it is, looking to use crypto or cryptocurrency, some sort of cryptology funding, blockchain funding to fund their government. So it'll be interesting to see how that all unfolds, right? All right, let's take the vitals then. We got a little, taking the vitals, a segment we do every day, relative health or sickness of any particular blockchain. And we're going to take our numbers right now from the EndoTech IO's market analysis site there. So right now, Bitcoin trading 81.69 last, 81.69, right in the middle of the value range, or actually toward the low end of that value range, 81.33 to 83.90. And let's just talk the setup now, all right? Near its low end of value, if it takes that out, the logical place for it to go is that up momentum level, 77.51, right? 77.51 up momentum on the daily. Now, we will soon have all of these majors with weekly sheets, but for the time being, I'm going to tell you what the levels are. All right, so 77.51 up momentum on a daily fractal, on that daily view, right? The weekly, now I said that I wanted to be patient here and see if we could close out of lower momentum on the weekly. Last week that came in at 75.69, so we did in fact close out of lower momentum on the weekly. I have found that lots of times markets like to go retest that area though, just to see, just to see, are we really at a lower momentum on the weekly? That level comes in at 76.30 this week. Lower momentum Bitcoin on the weekly, 76.30. Upper momentum on the daily, 75.51. About $120 range area there that I think it's going to go test that area. And I'm going to jump in and buy some. And I'm actually not going to buy Bitcoin though. I'm going to buy Ethereum, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But you will see that we've closed out of lower momentum on the weekly. Markets tend to go, unless there's some sort of news that is just going to blow this thing up. Retracements go test those levels. That's a logical area for it to go test today, tomorrow. 76.30 weekly lower momentum on the in Bitcoin, and daily up momentum 77.51. Pretty much the same general area when we're talking cryptos. All right, $100. What's $100 in cryptos? That's a blink of an eye. All right, in Bitcoin anyway. All right, so let's talk a little Litecoin. Litecoin right now trading. We changed our graphics, and now I don't have Litecoin trading 128. 128 Litecoin. So below its value range low, the value range 129.35 to 132. And that up momentum level 127 on the daily, 127, I think it goes test that. On the weekly, lower momentum on the weekly was 130 here for Litecoin this week. Last week, where the heck was it? 134. Shifted down to 130, and we're back in it. So Litecoin, come on, man. You got to shake a leg. You got to hold these levels if we want further upward action. I'm out of Litecoin. I'm holding a little bit of Zcash, and that's it right now. I'm waiting for this retracement, Bitcoin to that level, that 76.30 level, where I'm going to partake, and I'm going to jump into, I know this sounds crazy. Again, though, I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart, but I'm going to trade Ethereum, and I'm going to explain that right now. All right, so Litecoin, that weekly lower momentum 130, trading below it right now. Really want to see them hold the up momentum on the daily 127.05. If I was going to be a buyer in Litecoin, that'd be the level I'd want to jump in at, and you really want to see it hold it. You don't want to see, in Litecoin's perspective, you don't want to see it close out of up momentum on the daily and still be in lower momentum on the weekly. That's not a healthy price action. All right, that's not healthy price action. All right, let's move on down the road to there we go. Ethereum, first typo of the year, right? Ethereum value range high is not 829, it's 529. I don't know how the technology failed us with this new graphics that we got rolling right now. But Ethereum trading 516 in its value range. Its value range should be 513 to 529. And Ethereum, low upper momentum on the daily 479, 480. Let's round it up, right? 480, and on the weekly, lower momentum 483. So it's going to be a big area. 483, 480 on the daily. Lower momentum on the weekly, 483. Upper momentum on the daily, 480. I don't know do I need to say it again? The 480 level is going to be pretty important for me with Ethereum. But I know that we talked last week about the Ethereum Bitcoin cross and how Ethereum had been in lower momentum against Bitcoin for several weeks now. And if they could close above 0.062, then I would rather be long Ethereum than Bitcoin. They did do that. That momentum level now on a weekly basis, Ethereum Bitcoin is 0.06. So on this retracement to this let's say we retrace to the 480 level and Bitcoin retraces to the 76.30 level. I'm going to jump into Ethereum because of the chart action between it and Bitcoin. So I think that a rally, the way that chart looks, that you're going to get paid more for being long Ethereum versus Bitcoin. That's the way I'm looking at it, and that's the way I'm going to trade it. All right, the other one we got now, NEO. Let's talk a little NEO, as that's on the sheet, that's on the site. Let me see if I can get a last in NEO. NEO last. There are so many crypto. There it is, 67.95. 67.95. Still in its very small value range, 67.37 to 70.70. Up momentum 62.35 on the daily, and NEO low momentum on the weekly 61.85. So you can see this is a recurring theme in these cryptos where that lower momentum on the weekly and the upper momentum on the daily are in the same general area, and those become huge areas for us here going forward if you want to be long these cryptos. They really should hold the daily level or the weekly level. You don't want to see them close out of up momentum on the daily, because that's just going to unwind this thing, and it's going to put them right back in lower momentum on the weekly, something I don't want to see. I do want to buy the retracement, though. I do want to buy the retest of the level, 76.30 in Bitcoin, 483 in Ethereum, 61.85 in EO. EOS is 568 is that weekly lower momentum level. Litecoin, they're already below it. Litecoin, what are you doing? Come on, shake a leg a little bit. Anyway, the sheet is up at EndoTech.io. That's where we will be pushing to the Pareto network, and you will need Pareto tokens in order to access the site by the end of the month. So buy your Pareto and don't be left out of the loop of this actionable trading information available at EndoTech.io. All right, you guys have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.